that this weekend will be lit, okay?
That I can definitely promise. It's my bachelorette and it only happens once.
Bring her back in one piece, I beg.
Hi. We still seeing later?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You know, I still have a few hours until my flight. Do you want to...
I'm gonna take you back to the hotel, yeah?
For your safety, please stay indoors. To ensure compliance, we will officially close all shops selling non-essential items like clothing and electronics. All public gatherings will be suspended until further notice, as well as all roads.
And there's only one option left. You could just stay at my place.
I'd love to hear what your fiancé would say about that.
If she doesn't know, there's nothing to worry about.
First you're with her, and then I'm the woman of your dream. And then you're running back to her, make it make sense.
What would you have me do?
Tell her the truth.
You're not the only one that dreamed of a future for us.
What dream were you dreaming when you got engaged to someone else?
Gentlemen, officially I welcome you to the premiere of Love Lockdown, a movie about betrayal, about friendship, and most importantly about exes that will not let you go. My name is Just Kudu, reporting for CC Edge. Now stick with me as I walk you through the carpet and meet our amazing guests. Viewers, welcome to the premiere of Love Lockdown, and with me is Cynthia Teliwola. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
First of all, you look super gorgeous, I must say.
Thank you so much.
So, have you seen the trailer of the movie?
I have, yes.
What was the feeling when you saw it? What was it like?
Excitement,
Okay.
reels, like it's happening, but yeah, no, really
Okay,
good.
that's good. So, a tricky question. Judging from the trailer of the movie, say your husband suddenly someday brought home an ex from nowhere because it's locked down and then she had to stay with you. What are you going to do about that?
Well, we're married,
yeah.
so it won't happen. I'll be fuming.
Okay.
No. Why didn't you tell me? Who is she?
Okay.
Where did you come from?
Okay.
No.
Okay, first of all, I love your confidence that it will not happen. It cannot dream of it, right?
No. Where's this?
That's good. So tonight, what are you expecting from the movie? I mean, from the storyline, coming from a personal place, what are you expecting?
I'm expecting fire,
Okay.
love,
Okay.
emotions,
Okay.
and surprises.
Okay, I like that
Yeah.
part. Surprises.
Yeah,
Anyway, thank you
surprises.
so very much. Like
Thank
I
you
said,
so
you look
much.
super stunning.
Thank
Have
you.
an amazing evening. The premiere of Love Lockdown. And with me is?
Anthony K. Double or Anthony Coyote Diliola.
Okay, that is very good. So a little bit whispered to me that this story is your story. Is that true?
It is true. It's one of my babies.
Oh, that is very good. And we're so excited for it. So can you walk us through the idea of the story?
So as a writer, you have like loads of stories in the vault, things that you're planning on writing, ideas you're planning on penning down. And when lockdown happened, everyone was at home, sitting at home, bored, doing stuff. And for writers, it was a dream. You've got time to do nothing, just shut the world out and write. And with lockdown, there had to be a story in there, and I found one, and I found a good one. It was an audio play. We recorded it at home. My lovely wife starred in the audio play. We found another lady in America as well. Shout out to Elaine. And recorded it, released it. The audience loved it. And one of the other people that loved it was Trina. They reached out to us. We had conversations, and here we are. Here we are. Love Lockdown, the movie was born.
Here we are, and I must say, truly, you made a baby out of this one.
Appreciate
and
it.
It's very good.
Appreciate it.
So let me make
Appreciate
this a little bit personal for you.
Okay, talk to
Okay,
me.
say you're the man here, and somehow you just happen to stumble on your ex. Now, take it away from your story. I'm
Okay.
talking about personal. If it happens
All
to
right,
you, would
okay.
you bring her home? Let's forget the escapade that happened.
Oh.
But would you bring her home?
All right, so am I bringing my ex home on a normal basis? No, but at the same time, you have to be a gentleman. Are you going to leave a lady on the street? There's no hotels. You've tried everything. I think what I will do different in that situation is by hook or crook, I'll make sure my wife knows.
Okay,
I
that's
will.
a very
I will
good one.
make sure. I'll make sure she knows. I don't care. There's no interruptions, no nothing. I'll make sure she knows. But yeah, and I'll probably find someone else to come back to the house with us. So like someone is witnessing. Putting some protections in place. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you cannot help it. It happens.
Hey, listen.
Just to be safe.
Listen. We're team faithful black man over here.
Oh, let them know. Let them know. That is very good. So, from your point of view, what do you think that we should be expecting from the story?
Oh, it's an emotional roller coaster for real. I think for the ladies, some of you are going to side and you're going to be team Taylor. Some ladies are going to be team Zainab. The guys are going to be torn based on what situations they found themselves in, and expect a lot of passion, a lot of romance, and an emotional roller coaster. Like
that
I said.
That is very good. Finally, from your perspective, what lesson would you want people to take out of this story?
Do you know what? If you find whoever it is that you believe is your person, if you haven't said those vows and you haven't walked down the aisle, it's never too late. It's never too late. If you realise that's not the one and someone else is the one, don't sign up for a lifetime of thinking what if. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's a very good one. Hello viewers, it is still the premiere of Love Lockdown, and with me is the director of this amazing movie, and she's none other than Lindsay Efejiko. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
I need to applaud your creativity. I mean,
thank you.
Looking at the storyline and the trailer, it's mind blowing.
Well, it is, but I think everybody's focusing on all the steamy stuff, but it still has a really nice story around it. Yeah,
I'm more about the story because it's a little bit tricky. I mean, it happened during the lockdown, and then the mixture of the fiancé and the ex. Yeah, so it's a lot to wrap around. So when you saw the story, what was it like for you? What was the first impression that you had when you saw the story?
Well, when I saw the story, the first thing I wanted to get from the story, what I wanted people to get, or what I got, was life is just unfair sometimes. Sometimes you don't do anything wrong. Nothing in your power to change what it is. Things just happen. Life is just unfair. So that was my first impression. Yes.
And I can tell, because if I was in that show, I wouldn't know what to do. I'm not gonna lie. But then, what would you say is the most? I wouldn't want to say hardest, but what did you find most engaging or most tricky about bringing the story to life?
Well, like you said, it was for the actresses, it was a little bit new ground, there was a lot of skin, and so just trying to get them to feel comfortable, in doing this thing, just, what's the word? Getting them to trust me. I think that's what it was. Okay. So they needed to trust me that, I got them, that I will show them in the best light, that whatever it is, that they will watch it and they will be proud. So that I had to tell myself that. So that was one of the hardest place to get to for me.
That is very good. So how did you decide on which character to play which, or which would fit this particular? Most importantly, how did you decide to choose the lead actor and the lead actress in the story?
I think it was from audition. I really liked their auditions. I've never actually seen them in anything. I've seen Daytola Jones in something, and Andrew, I have seen him, on TV, but I haven't seen Yewande. But when she came for audition, I said,
it had to be her. Yeah. I mean, the sense to tell you it has to be this person.
Yeah.
That is very good. So from your perspective, as a director, person that brought this story to life and seeing how it came to life, what do you think the people should be expecting? And most importantly, what lesson do you want people to take out of this story?
I guess one of the first things I would say people can take out of is, if you're in a relationship, you need to know each other. Because I think that was one of the biggest problems. They didn't know each other. Actually getting to know your partner, what they like, what they don't like, having those difficult conversations. Those are the things that people would probably take away from it, just that. And then, like I said again, life is unfair.
Life happens.
Life happens.
I mean,
yeah, that's it.
That is so good. First, I need to applaud your creativity. I need to applaud yourself and your team. I mean, it's a lot to put this together. And the story, enough. And I want to say thank you for this amazing work, and we cannot wait to see how it play out. Man, it is still the premiere of Love Lockdown, and with me is the lead actor in this movie, the man that brought the action to life, and is none other than Andrew Yoboten. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm very, very good. First of all, I must applaud you because I saw the trailer. I'm like, wow. I mean, how?
Goodness gracious. The trailer isn't everything of the story, so there's a lot more to it.
It's a good selling point, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so when you first got your script, what was the first thing that came to your mind, seeing the part you're gonna play?
I felt like this was a character in a situation that a lot of people could kind of relate to.
Okay.
This was somebody who was navigating his emotions, trying not to hurt the people he loved the most, but being in a very difficult situation.
It was quite a difficult one, I must say. It was quite difficult. So what would you say was the hardest part of bringing, or what you find tricky the most in bringing this character to life?
I think what I always struggle with is, like, do people believe what I'm doing? You know, I think that's something that cuts across with everything that I do. That's always one of the trickiest parts in finding a character and creating a character.
That is true. So can you tell us what you think that we should expect from this movie?
Expect to see real people trying to navigate real emotions in a very difficult situation. Basically.
That is very good. Also, I would like to ask that it's coming from a personal level. Take the story out of it. So say you're the man now. No, you are the man.
Only for now.
For now. You are the man, and then the situation like it happened in the story, but real life experience, and then your ex, that very tough ex is there, and then it's the lockdown. Would you bring her home, or would you tell your wife about it first?
I think both. It depends on the situation. If she has nowhere else to go, first I'll tell my wife. But if she has nowhere else to go, like, you have to help out, right?
But what thing do you think that you would like to put in place to avoid temptation and misunderstanding?
I mean, you should always avoid temptation anyway. But perhaps just keep your wife informed of everything that's happening.
That's another way to look at it, and that's a very good one. It's gonna be hard, but it is very, very good.
Nothing is easy in this life.
So finally, from your perspective, what lesson do you want people to take out of this story?
Go for what you truly want. Don't hesitate to go for what you really want. But obviously, don't waste time with other people when it might not be the right thing for you.
It looks flat, but it has a lot of meaning to it. Anyway, thank you so much, and I want to also congratulate you for this masterpiece. And gentlemen, it is still the premiere of The Lockdown, and with me is the writer of this amazing piece. But I'm going to let him do the honors of introducing himself. And how are you doing, sir?
Hi, I'm fine. Good to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
My name is Edema Sami. I'm one of the writers who adapted the screenplay for Love Lockdown.
Okay, that is very good. So it is one thing to have a story, it is one thing to be able to bring the story into writing. So when you forgot the narration of the story, how was it for you? And then what was the hardest part about being able to bring the characters to life in your writing?
Well, one of the sweetest things is, it was an audio play at first before it came to me. So it was beautiful listening to the audio play. The hardest part for me was, how do I make what you're hearing look good on screen? So it's not just audio at this point, it's visual. Everything you're seeing actually makes sense. You're seeing people, you're seeing movement, you're not just hearing things. So that for me was the hardest part. And I think I did a pretty good job for it, but the movie will say.
Okay. I think you also did a good job, but then the movie will be the best judge of your act. That is very good. Also, I would like to ask that why putting the story out, why writing the story? I mean, it is one thing to write, but also in the mood of writing, you feel the emotions. What emotions were you feeling as you're putting this amazing person to write in?
Well, considering that I'm a guy, and this is about a guy who's caught between two ladies that you had affection for, I had to really bring myself into that space, and that was a tough thing because you're supposed to choose somebody to be committed to, and now you're torn between two people who you equally love. So finding the balance between the two of them and not making one seem better than the other, and not making one of the ladies seem like a villain or against the other, that was a tightrope to walk because they are both beautiful ladies in their own right. They are both fantastic women, but as a person, you have to pick your choice and stick with your choice. So you have to, whatever door you have to close that door for real. So it was finding that balance to say, how do I make it seem to the audience, to make it seem to everybody that this guy didn't just speak, oh, this person is better than that person, and then close that door? How do you come to such a decision organically and say, yeah, this is my choice for better or for worse?
That is very good. So finally, what message do you want people to take out of this story? You're not the one that directs the whole story, but from a writer's perspective, what message do you want people to take out of it?
It's hard to choose, but it is better to face that hardship early on. Then wait for it to bite you in the ass because it will bite you.
It will always bite you. So it is always going to take the other route before you take the stop to one.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Right, it's still the premiere of Love at Lockdown. With me is the producer of this movie, and it's none other than Mr. Uche Okocha. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I want to applaud you for this amazing movie. I mean, it's very. So I spoke to the writer, and he said something that you reached out to them when you saw the story.
Yes.
What was it about this story that stuck to you that made you feel like, okay, we want to do more for this movie?
Okay, great. It's based on an audio play created by Anthony Deluola. So my partner Babatunde Aderinoku listened to the audio play and then sent it to me, saying that this will be a great movie to make. I listened to it, I enjoyed it, and from then on we just started reaching out to the creator, told him our intentions to make a movie out of it. And he was more than happy to, entertain the idea and accommodate us, and also be part of the process of creating a script, developing a script to make the film.
That is very good.
Yes.
So now, what are the plans put in place for the smooth distribution of this movie? And also, what is the aim for? What are you aiming to make out of this? Like, are you also for the billions or for the hundreds of the millions?
That would be great if we can all make the billions, but more importantly is that we're making a product, a film that we want people to resonate with, connect with people, and just have a great time. Because really that's our business. We're in the business of entertaining people, so that's what's more important to us.
And that is very good. I love that. Also, when you saw the story, when you listened to it, what message in that story stuck to you that made you feel like, I shouldn't keep this to myself, I need to give this message out to people?
Okay, so I like situational stories.
Okay.
I like you put a character in a situation and you have to figure out how to get out of it. So our main character is stuck with his ex during the COVID, during the lockdown, and he's feeling all these old emotions, all these feelings that he hasn't felt in a long time, and he's actually engaged to somebody else. So is he going to stay faithful, or is he going to give into his heart? So that's what I like.
That is a very, very tricky one, and a lot of times I don't think so many people are going to be able to get out of that story.
I know.
But let's make it a little bit personal for you. If you find yourself in that situation, what do you think will be the first mode of action that you're going to take to probably prevent temptation, and also to make sure that your friends or the ex, is safe?
Well, first of all, I would not find myself in that situation. I would avoid it.
That's a very, very direct one. I like it.
Yes.
Okay, so there's no extra.
There is no extra. No.
That's a very good. Finally, one message, or rather, what should people be expecting from this movie?
Okay, great. So it's Valentine's season. It's a season of love, romance, and it's a season to share with a loved one. I think it's a great movie to go out and see. Have a great time. Enjoy the drama, enjoy the romance, and share the word.
Still the premiere of Love Lockdown, and with me is one of the amazing actresses in this particular movie that brought this story to life, and she's none other than Doris Okore. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm fine. First, I must say that I love your feet, and damn, you are gorgeous.
Thank you. I love your feet. The pop socks,
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So quickly about the movie, when you got your script, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
I was like, whoop, Stevie. Steamy. Yeah.
That's great. So what role did you play in this movie?
My character's name is Fatima, and I play one of the best girlfriends to the character Zainab.
I think that's the fiance.
Yes.
You must be a very fiery one.
Kinda.
Okay, let's not spill the tea.
Yes,
let's spill the tea.
yes.
So say that you are the person, you're Fatima in real life. What's the first call of action that you would do?
Regarding,
you find yourself in that situation where your husband brings in that or ex.
to be honest,
Yes.
I'm gonna whoop his ass. Cause I'm like, who are you playing with?
I
like,
mean-
come on now, don't do that. But of course, you know that sometimes we're not innocent as well. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I would not just let it slide, obviously, because
Okay.
that's craziness. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is very good. So, as somebody that experienced the story from your acting part, what is the message that you feel resonates with you from the story?
I would say love is very important.
Okay.
Relationships that are permanent,
Okay.
decisions that are permanent, like marriage, should be looked at closely before you jump right into it, because it's a very, very important commitment. So if you have to do it, you better do it right.
But I do it right,
Exactly.
and that's on period. Do it right or don't do it at
right.
all.
Exactly. Do it right or don't do it at all.
That is very good. So, what would you say first is the hardest part of bringing your character to life, and what do you enjoy the most about your character?
So my character was I wouldn't say it was very easy, but she's almost like me.
Okay.
She's almost like me, so it was very easy to just play Fatima, the
Okay.
crazy friend who'd always ginger everybody to go to the club, have fun. So yeah, it was quite just easy to just get into the character. Yeah.
So, what would you what's the fun part about it? It's still playing yourself, right?
It's still playing myself and just having fun with the character, because my character was so much. She was a vibe, basically.
Energy.
Do you understand?
Even right now, you resonate the energy, so I can
Thank you.
imagine.
Exactly.
And that
Thank
is very
you.
good. So finally, what do you think that we from the outside should be expecting from the story?
Be expecting a lot of steamy scenes.
Okay,
Be
steamy.
expecting a lot of heartbreak.
Okay.
And be expecting a lot of decision making. Like, watch it, be open about it, and take one or two lessons from it.
So we're still live at the premiere of Love Lockdown, and with me is the lead supporting actress, Detola Jones. Hello, Detola. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How
How
are
are you
you?
feeling tonight?
Feeling good.
And first of all, I must say that you look gorgeous. I mean, your beauty is striking.
Thank you.
So let's go quickly into the storyline. Once you, the first time you got your script, what was it like for you? And then how would you describe your character?
Okay, when I first got the script, I read it and, obviously. And I thought, about my character. I like her. I like her a lot. It would be fun to play her. And so you said to talk about my character. She's hardworking. She's driven. She is a go-getter. She's unapologetic. She's a no-nonsense person. She's a strong woman through and through.
That is very, very good. That's very good. Looking at the story, what message do you think you were able to get out of the storyline?
What message was I able to get out of it?
Maybe not personal. Maybe something that you wish that other people would know from acting out the story itself.
The heart wants what it wants, I guess. And there are certain things that you can't control.
Okay.
And it's just best to realize quickly when you're in that situation and know when to walk away from it.
That's a very tricky one. But you have to be able to know when it looks shady and when it looks pure.
Yeah.
That is very good. What do you think your fans and every other person out there should be expecting from the story?
Like I've been saying the entire night, it's a very relatable story, right?
Okay.
It's something that after watching it or while watching it, it could have happened to somebody that you know. It's definitely something that happens every day in this Lagos, everywhere around the world, to be honest.
Lagos is
It's very relatable. It's I don't know if I'm coining this phrase because I don't think it makes any sense, but it's a story next door. It's a story that happens every day to people everywhere.
I feel like that phrase describes it. There's a story next door. It's like an everyday experience.
Yeah.
In Lagos, it even starts with like an everyday storyline.
Yeah.
So finally, what would you say was the most interesting or fun moment you had on set?
People like to ask this question a lot.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, like it takes
And I
a whole lot.
literally just told the last person. In life, people have like a handful of memorable moments, right?
Yes.
So, the entire set for me while I was working on the project was fun. Every moment was a high for me.
Okay.
I didn't have any lows. It was just chill through and through.
That is very good.
Yeah.
Very good. We cannot wait to see how well you played in this movie. And tonight I've heard people say, "Oh, Disola Jones, she's amazing. She acts super. I mean, she puts in all her heart into it."
Thank you.
And for me, as a first timer, I cannot wait to say this. Probably I'm gonna be a fan. I'm gonna be hi, Disola fan.
We're hoping to get you on the bandwagon.
I think I'll be very glad to cross over. Thank you so much, and have an amazing evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello viewers, we're still live at the premiere of Love at Lockdown. With me is one of Nigeria's finest actresses. I mean, it's been so long that we've seen you. How are you doing, ma?
I am very well, thank you.
I must say that it's a pleasure to see you again.
Thank
and yes,
you.
Happy New Year and Happy New Month.
Happy New Year. Why do we say Happy New Month? Happy New Year, Happy New Month.
I mean, so quickly into this movie, just a tricky question. There's a saying in this film that says that in the end, temptation wins. Yes. So, do you think that there is an excuse for temptation in marriage and relationships?
You see, I always tell people that you need to experience life a little before you settle down.
Yes.
In that way, you know what's out there and you're not dreaming about what's out there. Because you find out for a lot of people who maybe married young or didn't have any experiences beforehand, they always think there's something more exciting outside, something that they're missing out on. When in fact, they're missing out on nothing. And if you'd experienced it, you will know that it's nothing.
Most definitely.
Right, so I figure that because there's we have being a baby, we have childhood, right?
Yes.
We have teenagers, we have adults, we have old age.
Yes.
There's a process. So I figure with life also, there's a need for you to be a teenager,
Yes.
to experience what teenagers experience. There's a need for you to be a young adult, struggling. All those experiences are important as well.
That is true.
Then before you now become a married person. And then also as a married person, take your time, experience that before you bring in the children. Then you become mommy and daddy.
That's
So I think if you go through all the phases of life and you experience them properly, you would not be so susceptible or gullible
enough to fall into temptation. I feel like that encapsulates the entire idea. That's like, so let's work on a little scenario. Say probably a fiance, let's make it a married woman. Say as a married woman now, then your husband just suddenly brings this ex who is a damsel in distress without telling you. What would be your first point of reaction?
Welcome. Damsel in distress, a woman in distress. Welcome.
An ex.
So,
ex.
If he was that into her, why didn't he marry her? She's an ex.
But if you maybe get the idea that something happened though.
A lot of women need to let go of the baggages and luggages that they're carrying from other relationships before they get into marriage. Right? If you don't trust the person you're marrying implicitly, don't marry the person.
That's powerful.
How would you be threatened by other women? He's had enough chances to be with other women. But if you have a great relationship that's based on communication and truthfulness, if it brings a woman in, whether ex or not, and he says she's in trouble, you know he means it.
That is very, very insightful. I mean, it's deep. It goes beyond just the surface, and that's very good.
Jealousy is usually because you don't trust the person. And also, maybe also, because you know we have female intuition.
Yes.
Maybe you're inside the saying there's something
fishy here.
And that's also possible. It's very possible. And if you feel that, then you know there's something wrong, then you deal with it immediately.
Okay. That is very good. That's very good. So we're in the season of love. It's Valentine's soon. What are you going to be doing on Val's Day?
Let's see. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'll probably be with my mom. My mom is always my Valentine.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's sweet.
I'm a mommy's girl.
That is very good. I like that. Finally, what are you expecting from tonight's movie? The experience and everything.
Entertainment. Let me learn a little thing or two.
Okay.
Entertainment.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so we have the director here. She's on the spotlight. Tell us. Yes. Okay. Yes.
I think this. Well, it was a lot of fun. Hearing these guys do the stuff they did, it was actually quite fun.
Just fun?
Yes.
Okay, so what was the toughest scene for you?
Toughest scene. I think it's the shower scene. That was.
I knew it!
Yeah.
Okay, so let's ask the man of the moment.
Yeah, that's the one.
This is the man.
Yeah.
What went through your mind every time you had to appear in a scene?
So I'm generally quite shy.
Can you hear him, please? Can you hear him? I can't hear him.
But anyways, I'm generally quite shy. So anytime I see myself on screen, I'm slightly mortified. But I thank Lindsay, I thank Lindsay, I thank our DOP, I thank Ben, our editor, I thank everybody for making us look absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
I don't know if you all heard what he said, but he said he's quite shy and he thanks everyone for making him look beautiful. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means, but he's just thanking you for making him look beautiful. So what did you have to do to look beautiful? What effort did you put in? Because, I mean, you must have done something yourself. Who did all the kissing and all the hugging and all the cuddling and all the heartbreaks? It was you. You know,
the thing is, these guys shot it well, honestly.
So it was film trick. He said it's film trick. That they shot it well. That was not really him. Ooh. Did you like the way the film ended? Your character.
I think both were quite happy with the results, to be honest.
You are? Okay. Now to the producer on the film. To the producer. My question is going to be the process. Why? Why this?
Why not?
We've not seen something like this before.
Why not?
This was intense.
So, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the film. I have to put this out there. It is based on an audio play created by Anthony Deluola. Yeah, we heard it. Heard all the kissing and touching, and then we reached out to him and asked if we could make a movie, and he was pumped about it. He was excited. He was very kind enough to be part of the writing. So he's also a writer on the project. He created his characters, and he worked with Sami and worked with Obiora Adebunam. And what you see on the screen is there are beautiful minds coming together. So why did we want to tell a story like this? I mean, it's fun. You put a character in a situation and have them figure it out. And what can be more interesting than a character that has to choose between love and commitment? I think that's an interesting situation to be in, and we all know how that turned out anyway. But we are very proud of the film. We were glad you all enjoyed it. It's out in cinemas next week, February 7th. Take a loved one, go see it, recommend it, and have a great time. It's the season of love.
Thank you. Can the writer please say something? Yeah. How do you think of the story?
It's fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. To be honest, in lockdown, as a writer, you've got nothing but time, and most writers like to create a story out of any moment. And
Hello.
Yes, it was a fun. Okay.
And to be honest, there are loads of relationships that didn't make it. You think that the partner you're with is the right partner, you think that you're compatible until you're forced to spend time together, and that can work out both ways. And in this situation, he ended up having two different lockdown experiences. One with the person he was in love with, and one with the person he thought was going to marry, and we all saw how it turned out. So I guess the story in it, or the moral in it, I guess, is if you haven't actually tied the knot, it's never too late. And yeah, if you can actually see that the love of your life is somebody else and you haven't actually made that commitment, then choose love, choose the fairy tale. Yeah.
Thank you very much. This is question and answer time. Did you hear him? Don't worry, Sprint. We got it. Don't worry, we got it. I'm going to explain to you later. So this is the question and answer time. If you have questions, please indicate by raising up your hands. If you have any question you want to ask. Do not meet me outside later. Come and ask me that, wait, that girl, they should remove her pants. I will not answer you. I did not do the thing. Just ask the people that wrote it and directed it now.